VirginiaSports.com here with women's golf coach Kim Lewellen. Coach Lewellen, your team's getting ready to play its third tournament of the spring. You opened the spring in great fashion. Your team won the UCF Challenge and finished second at the FSU matchup. Tell us a little bit about your success to get things rolling this spring.
We went out a little bit earlier than we usually do, and I'll tell you what, their hard work in the off season just really paid off. We went out there and shot career lows. Lauren Coughlin shooting an outstanding number, her career low, and not only for her career low for Virginia, but just her career low as an amateur. And so going out of the gate like that, early in the season, playing well, it was just a fun two tournaments for the team. And you know what, we really needed that. We needed that. We've had some weather that hasn't been very good the last few weeks. So to already have two under our belt and have two really good finishes, helping us with the rankings, puts us in a good place going into this next event.
Well, you mentioned having some outstanding scores at the UCF Challenge, arguably the best overall tournament ever played by our Virginia team in terms of the scores that were produced. Do you find that when your players are playing that kind of golf, does everybody kind of get on a roll? Is everybody a little bit more aware of what everybody else is doing out on the course?
It's really neat to be in that moment at that time and watch the team interact. They start to funnel off of each other. So we're playing well. They realize they're in it. Coming into the last day, we've got Lorde who ends up winning the event. So we know, and all of the team is, asking the coaches, where does she stand? Where do we stand as a team? They're wanting to know, because there aren't leaderboards out there, how everyone stands. We as a team and Lorde as an individual. And coming into the last two holes, I had two of my upperclassmen, Brianna Elizabeth, wanted to know where we stood and what they needed to do, because Tulane was making a push. And they knew they had to birdie the last hole. Both of them had to do it, and they both did it. Walked off that hole fist pumping, knowing they did what they needed to do for us to win. So the momentum and them just taking charge of what they needed to do and then doing it was just a thrill as a coaching staff to watch and as the players. It was a real fun, neat experience for everyone around.
Lauren Diaz-Yee picked up co-medalist honors at the tournament, her second victory of the season. That certainly puts her in a good position in terms of possibly getting AllAmerica honors this year, correct?
Yes, very much so. She is continues to put herself in good position with 2 wins under her belt, a strong schedule, so she's going to get a lot of good head-to-heads here coming up. So she's looking real good for that.
Now, you mentioned the weather. There's certainly been some unusually cold weather and some snow on the ground here in Charlottesville. How do you get your team to work around that, to practice, prepare mentally, to get back out and play in a tournament? I mean, certainly there's other teams in this region that are battling the same circumstances. So what's your approach to that when it happens?
Well, we've been fortunate that we've already been out and had some success. How do we battle that? We try to be creative in practice. And I'll tell you what, a lot of it you just base off of these young ladies and their experience that they've had. They've played golf, most of them, all their life or for a long time. So you just base, they go out there with the idea that I've been playing golf all my life. It might, we've had to be creative. We've had to do some different things to get our practice time in. But they have a lot of good experiences to go off of going forward this week.
Now this weekend you're heading down to Hilton Head, South Carolina. No snow there on the ground. You're going to play in the Darius Rucker Invitational. What's it like to go play in a tournament where, Darius Rucker, a very famous country music star, very personally involved, puts on a concert for the 17 teams that are there. What's that event like? You've played in it for several years now.
It's by far one of our favorites of the year. The competition, the field is phenomenal. Having Darius Rucker there is an added bonus. Not only is he a great performer, he's a huge golfer and an avid golfer and just loves the game. So he brings a lot to that. The young ladies love the concert. They love being a part of it. Long Cove, the golf course, is a very good golf course. I think it's going to be similar to the national championship in reference to you need to be able to golf your ball. You need to be able to have ball control. So I think it's a real good test and preparation for the NCAA.
Well, good luck this week, Coach, and hopefully you'll come back with another victory.
Well, thank you. I hope so. Go Hoos!